Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It's about 5:30 in the evening, Sunday the 18th of September, 2022. Right now it's about 80 degrees Fahrenheit outside here in Jacksonville, Florida. Feels like 87, so it's still warm, a little bit warm out there. Humidity is at 83%. The air is still kind of thick. A little difficult for me to breathe. 27 degrees Celsius. So, did I turn this thing on? I think I did. Hope it's on. I am off to dinner at the son's house. We're supposed to be getting clearer weather the next couple of days. We're getting a lot of rain. I don't really need these at the moment. And I know there are areas that need rain. We're getting a lot of rain here lately. Not, how to put it, not an obsessive, not an, and I don't know, yeah, I don't know how to, what word I'm looking for. Not an obsessive amount, but we've been getting a lot of rain. Grass is growing like crazy. I know there's areas of the country that could really use it, but, you know, hey, this is Florida. We generally have rainy seasons like this. What do they got on the front side this week? Okay, nothing. I mean, there are weeks that we don't, or years that we don't get enough rain. We end up having a drought. We had that happen here just a couple years ago, where even the swamp was so dry that it was burning. But that's not the problem right now. So I like the rain. The biggest deal is when it's so humid, you know? Like last night, I decided to go down to the beach. Excuse me, to the boat ramp down there. And I was at the store and it was humid. Well, it was kind of humid when I left the house too. I walked out of the store and it was like, boom, it hit me. Just that. Well, I was parked 3/4 of the way down the parking lot, I think. But by the time I got to the car, yeah, the humidity was affecting me. So, anyway, I went down to the beach, hoping it would be a little bit better along the water. Just as I got down there, started going over the Intercoastal, it started raining. And it rained, and it rained, and it rained. Didn't give me a break. So, you may have noticed I posted 2 different videos 2 different times last night. And that was, I was trying to figure out times and if there's a difference between just posting a very basic title or adding a title with a description and keywords. I don't know. The algorithm did not seem to pick up the second publishing as much as the first. So, and even there, one video did better than the other. I don't understand why. One was just a boat coming in, running before the storm. That did better, both videos, although the more or less plain video did better than the other. And then just a shot of the storm kind of as it rolled across the parking lot, and you had the different little bands of rain and whatnot. And again, the first one did better, but that doesn't say why. It wasn't enough information for me to decide whether it's putting the information down in the description or not. So I'll play around with it some more. But either way, I mean, those I don't know if shorts videos count all that much on YouTube, and of course I'm not monetized, so they doesn't really matter a whole lot to me. But some of them get a whole lot of views. I did one at the spirit store, and that one's over 2,000. So I don't watch analytics all that much. I know there's a couple of them down there. Like if I go in and see the best performing of all time or whatever. And some of the other shorts that I've done here recently are up there as well. So again, I don't know. I mean, look, I'm happy with 15 to 20 views, depending on. I mean, I hope you're watching the majority of it. It seems like a few people are, and even if you aren't, excuse me, it still kind of blows my mind that people will sit there and listen to me babble and whatever while they're doing whatever they're doing. I've had a couple feedbacks, saying I'll watch every night while I'm doing the dishes, or I sit while I'm going through other stuff, or whatever along those lines. So I mean, that's cool if I'm just background noise. I was married for a long time. I kind of got used to being background noise. Anyway. YouTube algorithms are a funny thing. And they don't seem to catch on. Like, you watch something and then it's back in your suggested feed. No, I've already watched that. If I wanted to watch reruns, I'd be watching television. We're going to the movies. It seems like most movies nowadays are reruns. Or recreations of the original that don't go very far from the original. They change the color of the character and maybe a little bit of scenery, but that's about the brunt of it. But yeah, that's a big old kettle of worms right there, isn't it? But yeah, I don't. That's why I don't watch television for the most part. I do get hooked occasionally. Ooh, that's a nice little Forerunner. I do get hooked occasionally on a series that, like, my son's watching, or the son-in-law is watching, and I'll break out the TV and get the app and watch for a while, and then be like, nah, ain't got time for that nonsense. So But yeah, even when you go in and tell the computer that, you know, I've already watched this, it'll still end up in the home feed. You know, I go to my subscriptions and see what everybody's put up, and you know, I'm like everybody else. I don't watch everything that people put up. Something that'll catch my attention. There are a few channels that I watch almost everyone that they put up, or start to anyway. A couple of them get a little monotonous or boring, or you know, they're showing something that, yeah, not really. But anyway, I'll go in and watch and click all the subscriptions, put them in watch later, and then run through the home and see what's there that I want to watch. And then I run through my watch later list, and I'll go back and check, see if anybody else has come on to subscriptions, and then back onto home, see if anything's new there. But I don't normally like doing reruns or watching a video twice. I have the same problem with some channels that I watch that have the same introduction. You know, or maybe they'll change it up every couple of months, but every time you turn it on, it's the same thing. You are not a TV show. Make a new introduction for everyone. It's not that difficult. You know, but no, they got to show you, you know, half a dozen scenes from previous videos, and throw a big old banner of their channel name and all that stuff. Yeah. All that time and effort you put into that, I fast forward right over it. And you know what that does to your algorithm? Because I didn't watch the whole video. I'll do the same thing on an outgo. If it's the same yakety yak all the time, and I'm just as guilty of that. I mean, at least I try to keep my intro every day as, you know, it's new with at least the date and temperature and time or whatever. The outgo, yeah, I say the same spiel. But again, I'm not monetized, so I don't really care what the algorithm thinks. So, anyhow. Oh, I think there was something else I was wanting to talk about. Oh, I did a Dollar Tree haul. I mentioned a couple of things. Now, I mentioned using the keyring thing on the back, you know, that goes on the back of your phone, the little ring that you put your finger through or whatever to hold your phone. I've got one of those, and it works really well. Only problem was the Dollar Tree that I went to didn't have any more. So I'd also been thinking about using hooks and key rings or hair bands, because I'd taken a sticky back base for a fan and hooked a hairband in it, seeing if it would work, you know, because it was a neat idea. And that kind of worked, except it doesn't clip into place. So the small sticky pad, removable pad hooks, they're not actually a hook, they're more of almost a clamp. But it takes a little bit of effort to get either the ponytail holder or the key ring into place. and it doesn't come out. I did try a smaller key ring, and as soon as I pulled the glasses out, the key ring came flying out. So you have to be a little circumspect about that, or maybe put a drop of hot glue on it or whatever. But they work. I put 3 up along the inside rail of the bunk bed, and there's 2 on the outside. I put one right on the computer monitor, which is where my regular computer glasses usually go, because Lord knows I use different strengths and put on 2 and 3 at a time or whatever. And then I took one sticky pad thing out into the kitchen and hung that on one of the cabinets with the glasses that I've got out there. I can never find because I always put them down, and I just sent them down, and they're not where they should be or whatever. The big thing is remembering to put them back where I got them. I have never been good at that, so we'll see. I used a blue hair tie. I've got a white cabinet. Of course, the sticker thing is white. I used a blue hair tie and a pair of red glasses out in the kitchen. So I've had the red glasses out there. But I can't say that I actually planned it out. I had a bunch of different hair bands, and I had bought yesterday. I bought the black hair bands, the goodies, because they're what I prefer. Excuse me. But I had also picked up some hair bands earlier at a different Dollar Tree earlier in the week, because I was out. But they didn't have the goodies. So the ones that I got were like kind of colored, a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker. I don't like them. They don't stay in my hair real well, but it worked very well there. And it was a kind of a reddish brown, a tan, and a dark blue. So I had grabbed the dark blue one. Like I said, I'm not sure. At that point, I wasn't thinking red, white, and blue. I didn't really think about that until I put the glasses up on the hook and realized I had red, white, and blue up there. So, anyway. Now, it hasn't been super sunny out. This hasn't really faded on this side. And this hasn't faded at all. So I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it just hasn't been bright enough sun. Because Lord knows the Florida sun can bleach just about anything. But we'll give it a little bit longer. I've been messing around with paint mixtures to get the right consistency for what I want to do. I wanted to do almost a watercolor with acrylics, but they're not holding up very well. May need to break out my real artist paint. So anyway, we're about to make the last turn on the ride for today, so I appreciate you all coming along for the ride. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. It's starting to rain. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Sláinte, y'all.